Hello, it's Jennifer Harding Marlin. Today's video is going to talk about some of the things that I miss the most from my home country, as well as talk about what I've done to address the things that I miss, as well as talk about some of the things that I don't miss at all from my home country. So when you move abroad, there's a lot of newness involved. There's new adventures to be had, new people to meet, new things to do. And after a while, the newness can tend to wear off and you can start to miss certain things from your home country. So I'm going to talk more about those. So I moved outside of Canada, which is my home country, and I moved outside of Canada and became a non-resident of Canada in approximately 2013, 2014. So it's been about 10 years that I've been non-resident of Canada. And since then, I have lived in many different countries, such as the Cayman Islands, Bahamas, St. Kitts Nevis, Panama, Costa Rica, and others, and I've traveled to over 80 different countries for personal reasons and for business. So I've really had a perspective of being outside of Canada and have lived outside of my home country for quite some time. So the number one thing that I miss the most, and I think that a lot of people do miss, is being around family and friends and not being able to see family and friends in person on a daily basis. So fortunately, in 2023, there's a lot of different ways that you can maintain communication with family and friends. And so this has been helpful while living abroad, but it doesn't change the fact that you don't see certain people in person on a daily basis. As well, by living abroad, if you're living in somewhere interesting, a lot of people want to come and visit you. So you can continuously create momentum of people coming to visit you if you're missing certain people or certain things from your home country. As well, if you want to take a vacation from working, if you're someone that's working, you can coordinate so that your vacation is visiting your home country. So you have a lot of more time to spend with family and friends, and you're not have other distractions such as work in your life. Another thing that I missed, depending where I lived, was fresh produce and certain foods. So in islands such as the Bahamas and Cayman Islands that don't really grow much local produce, I tended to miss a lot of the fresh berries that there are in Canada, particularly in the summer, when there's fresh raspberries, fresh strawberries, corn on the cob, blueberries, lots of fresh produce. And so that's something that I missed a lot in certain areas where I lived. And then in certain areas such as Costa Rica, they have a lot of fresh produce. And so it was great to have bananas and watermelon. So it depends really on where you live, if that's something that I missed or not. And in some cases, I missed being able to speak with everyone. So being fluent in English and French. In certain countries where I did not speak the local language, I was not able to speak with everyone. So particularly in Costa Rica and Panama, where a lot of people speak Spanish, even though English is very widely spoken, I wasn't able to speak with everybody. And then I did miss a lot events in Canada. And so if you're someone that has particular events that you'd like to attend, perhaps you want to schedule your vacation around attending those events in your home country, but that's something that you can miss. As well, something that I missed was having the routine. So I had a particular routine when I lived in Canada, which I don't have the same routine when you live in a new country. And then another thing that I missed was shipping and the facility of buying goods and shipping goods. So if you order something, a book on Amazon, you can get it within a day or a couple days in Canada. If you're living somewhere very remote or in another country, you may not have the facility for shipping. There may be high import duties if you're going to order something. And if you go to the store, you may not have necessarily what you're looking for. And so that's something that I miss, is sort of the instantaneous gratification of getting whatever you want, is something you may not have depending on where you decide to live. So there's things that I've done to address the things that I've missed the most and I would recommend to other people. And the first is making new friends and growing your network is something that you should, I think anyone who moves to a new country should really emphasize that at the beginning. And so going to bars or local cafes, doing events, attending events, or doing activities that are your passion. So for me, the number one thing that has led me to long-lasting friendships is participating in a sport that I really like, which is swimming, and making friends through swimming who have then introduced me to other people, who have then introduced me to other people. And so I've gotten to know a lot of people in different countries as a result of having a passion and a sport to participate in. So if you're someone that's into running, or if you want to join a reading club, or whatever your interest is, doing something that you're interested in will help you meet other people that have similar interests that can introduce you to other people. So that is something. And then another thing that I've done to address the fresh produce is trying local cuisine. So it can be hit or miss. You may find something you like, you may not like something. You really have to put yourself out there and try. But for example, in the summertime in the Caribbean, mangoes are something that fresh mangoes are amazing. And so I eat a lot of mangoes in the summertime, which makes up for some of the things that I may not have fresh produce to eat. And then another thing is learning a new language. So, for example, in Costa Rica, taking Spanish lessons to be able to communicate with more people. And this was something that was intellectually challenging, which if you're going to go to a country where you do not speak the main language of people that live there, you may want to consider taking lessons and just having a basic understanding of the language and being able to say please and thank you and express gratitude to other people can be really fulfilling and life-changing. And then there's lots of new events to attend. So particularly in the Caribbean, there's festivals, there's music festivals, cultural events, lots of different things happening. And even if you're not going to relocate and live in a new country, I would highly recommend going to either a music festival or a cultural festival, a carnival in the Caribbean. They're so much fun. Highly, highly recommend. Lots of fun to be had there. And then finding other people that are from your home country. So there's a lot of Canadians that live abroad, and particularly people from Quebec that live abroad as well. And so if you're from a certain country, connecting or finding ways to connect with people from your home country and creating a home away from home could be another way to address missing your home country. And then creating a routine, so like eating the same breakfast or exercising every day or finding something to do during the day that can kind of recreate a partial routine can help you be really grounded, whether that's meditation or setting aside time to do yoga or whatever it is. Trying to create a little bit of a routine in your day can be a way of recreating your home routine away from home. And then to address the shipping issue, I've really downsized and live a minimalist lifestyle. My attitude now is that if it doesn't fit in my suitcase, either I'm not going to buy it or I'm going to have to throw something out in my suitcase. So just being more conscious of not buying lots of stuff and realizing the value more of experiences and not needing particular items to be happy is something that can be life-changing. And then there's some things that I absolutely don't miss from relocating from Canada. And the number one thing is probably taxes. If I were to reside in Quebec in Canada, I'd probably be in the 50% and above tax bracket, which is insane. And so a lot of the countries where I have relocated to and I lived and am tax resident are minimal tax or no tax countries. So this can be life-changing for you as a person and for your business, is to grow in an environment where there's no or minimal taxation. And then another thing that I don't miss about Canada is being around certain toxic people and really being proactive at who I spend my time with, and being very selective of my time has really created peace of mind and happiness. Another thing I don't miss is the politics and just being removed from politics and following from a distance, but not becoming too emotional or emotionally attached or engaging in angry political discussions, especially when policy decisions are taken that I don't agree with. Another thing I don't miss is the bad weather. Minus 40 degrees Celsius in the winter, in the dead of winter, and or the slush on the ground, the halfway between fall and winter. So certain weather conditions that I don't miss, especially the countries that I've chosen to live in are warm countries. So there's a lot of outdoor lifestyle and outdoor activities we had, and I really enjoy spending a lot of time outdoors. So if you're considering relocating abroad, we have a lot of different videos about citizenship by investment and residency by investment that talk about different countries that you can relocate to, either become a citizen or become a resident of the country. And so you can visit our website at jhmarland.com or send me an email at jennifer@jhmarland.com. All the best. Bye for now. Bye.